heading straight to the markets to see how the equities market performed at intraday across Africa. We're looking at the big fours here, talking about Nigeria, Egypt, Kenya, South Africa. Let's look at Nigeria's NGX. We see it's up 0.04%, still at 147,000 points, 485. We're hoping we hang in there and close in the green. But we'll have Omodion is an analyst, Chief Research Officer in Investigator Consulting, to talk about what's driving this green close and why we will continue, if it will be sustained at the close of business, and other matters that are coming up in the exchange. Now, Ambrose, good afternoon. It's good to have you join us.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Ambrose, we just very quickly, just tell us what's happening in the markets, what's driving stocks at intraday.
No, as the year is just gradually winding down, investors are just pushing their portfolio, especially we are seeing increasing interest in the insurance sector and other local stocks ahead of the year end. And don't forget that by January, we'll be seeing an audited account. Ahead of that, investors are looking at where they can shop now and pushing for those numbers to come to give insight where they should expect dividend. But for those companies that will know that, yes, they don't result until February, so to see their dividend from February. I've been seeing their quarter already. We'll know where this are heading for. Seeing this interest in insurance company, we'll tell you that people are really looking at what the policy of corporation is going to impart on this sector, and people are taking ahead of that. Don't forget that before now, we have seen rally in the insurance company before pulling back, but we are seeing gradual interest now in the insurance sector.
Okay, but yesterday there was a Capital Market Committee meeting, and where the SEC DG, Momotimi Agamas, did mention that the market is pushing for a same-day settlement. I just want to know, how realistic is this, especially with smaller operators and retail investors? Are they able to keep up with these rules and these digital reforms that are coming up?
Well, I think they will say kudos to the SEC and their leadership. Whereas they are trying to renovate and also innovation that will bring in a technology to play in the industry, which also will be yearning for a long time. But I think they need to do the needful by giving education to the people first. It's not just changing. We're moving from T+3 to just T+2. We're already looking at taking 2+1. Yes, I know that Nigerian banks are very strong and solid now to push the T+1 and all, but we need education so that people will know how to take advantage of it. Yes, it's also going to provide liquidity in the market, but the liquidity, how far will it impact the market? Liquidity of selling and buying does not look more. Liquidity that attracts new investment that matters. Not just we are selling and getting it initially. More money coming, more Nigerians entering investment cycle. As we speak now, about 200 million Nigerians. How many is playing this market? How are they taking advantage of these technologies we're introducing to come back to the market? That means we need to take the technology for them, give them proper education, how they can take advantage of this technology, and also create wealth for themselves, and also make the market become heavy or big or large as we expect it to be. Also, we're looking at going to 2026. We need to see new listing. But how this technology is going to facilitate those new listings is also another very important thing. And also, in an environment where clarity in policy is not there, I tell you that clarity is king in any economy. We're seeing policy of capital gain here and there. As we speak now, where the economic managers have not come out to say, this is where we are standing in capital gain. I think that is clarity the market need now. All these innovations are good, but I believe that regulators, both SEC and NGS, should stand and see where are we going. Because if foreign investors are leaving because of this, and local investors are starting on the fence, we need to tell them where this we are starting from 10% to 30%, are we coming back to 25, are we coming back to 15, or we're spending that? Let's make it clear. And that's why when you give clarity, people follow it. But when there's no clarity, people are not going to enter out. That's where you see confidence will start to dwindling. And confidence in the market, it will extend from the market to the economy, to the politics. That is where it works.
Definitely, Mr. Ambrose Omodion, clarity in the market is important for investing. Thank you so much for joining us on Business Incorporated and giving us your perspective.
Thanks for having me.